Around 10,000 people took part in the protest against those summits. More than 600 of them were arrested after rallies turned violent. The demonstrators accused the leaders of the world's largest economies of turning a blind eye to the problems of those who are in need. And many of the protesters say the local security crackdown was a violation of their rights. Lauren Lister has more.
These are the images the world has been seeing from the streets of Canada during the meeting of the G20 leaders. Pictures of rebellion drowning out the voices who have been speaking up against the summit all week. People like Wendy.
The amount of money that was spent on the G20 could have erased homelessness in Canada.
Chris.
We're trying to bring the message to the world that the G20, doesn't represent the people.
Even author and political activist Naomi Klein.
This particular G20 summit really marks the failure of this institution. Here is where they stick us with the bill for that massive bank bailout.
These riot police behind me are some of the reasons why activists here in Toronto ahead of the G20 and G8 summit all week have called this a police state.
At times it gave way. Most times it did not for the people trying to break through.
It was like some 50-year-old guy.
Not for the people trying to get home. But $1 billion in security focused on blocking people trying to move forward may have allowed a tide, a black bloc, to sweep backwards.
They had black balaclavas on. They came and they ruined the windshield of a cop car.
Characterized by officials and media as violent thugs, the black bloc tactic has been a mainstay of international protests for decades, and it has meaning.
It is completely a political statement.
One familiar with the tactics says it's not random at all.
The only stores that were targeted were corporate chains.
Breaking windows to shatter the illusion of power.
People say that this vandalism is violence, but what those corporations do on a daily basis is actually killing real people, real animals, and the environment on a daily basis.
Right now we're in the heart of the financial district in Toronto, where the streets are bare and have become virtually a war zone. A bank right here has had its windows bashed in. Protesters fill the streets, running up against riot cops as they try to get closer to the fence.
But as gray skies open up,
clouds are just weeping for this injustice to the people.
And another night falls on Toronto, and G20 leaders fly home with new decisions made for fiscal recovery and reducing deficits. Have those voices really gotten anywhere? For Wendy.
People can't afford a decent housing, can't afford a good quality of life.
For Chris.
We're just trying to protect our planet.
For Naomi.
There isn't just one way out of it. It's a choice.
For the world.
Like we're seeing it in Spain, we're seeing it in Greece. This is a global issue.
Lauren Lister, RT, Toronto, Canada.